Yeah, I don't. Sorry. I would like to call to order the Board of Education meeting for Feb 17, 2026. Are there any speakers related to closed session topics? I would like to call to order for Feb 17, 2026. Are there any speakers related to closed session topics? That's weird.
Yeah. It
What?
happens. We get the feedback.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, It'll be up in just a moment.
We do not have any speakers, so we will convene to close session. The board will now convene open session and report out from closed session. Open session of the Board of Education meeting is live on YouTube. Visit the NHUSD Board of Education webpage for the link.
We're good.
If you are attending online via Zoom, use the raise hand feature to indicate you wish to provide public comment. Phone participants should press *9 to be added to the queue and wait to be called on. Members of the community may submit public comments on the board via email at publiccomment@nhusd.ca.us before each meeting. The board received 8 public comments via email for tonight's meeting. The board will not respond to questions posed by those making public comments. Relative to closed session item, uh, 3A, the board has taken no action. And 3B, board has taken no action. And do I say this? Okay. The board will reconvene closed session at the end of this board meeting. There is no anticipated action related to closed session later this evening. And now, may I have a volunteer to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Thank you, Student Gonzalez.
Will the audience please rise?
Thank you, Student Gonzalez. May I have roll call, please?
Hollis,
Here.
Mark,
Here?
Hollis,
Here.
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 Here. Thank you. May I have a motion and second to approve tonight's agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Aye.
Mark,
Aye.
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 Aye. Thank you. May I have a volunteer to read the land acknowledgement?
We want to open this meeting by acknowledging with respect and love that the land we are on today is the traditional ancestral home of the Ohlone Chochenyo First People. We recognize and thank the Ohlone people as the original stewards of this land. Indigenous people must not be spoken about in a past context, as if they left on their own accord when the real cause were white supremacy, manifest destiny, and U.S. colonization. By recognizing we stand on the occupied indigenous territory of the Ohlone people, we recommit ourselves to listening to Native leadership and stand in solidarity with people struggling against systems of oppression throughout the world, past and present.
Thank you, Trustee Irby. Are there any blue cards for a topic that are not on the agenda?
Yes, we have several.
Thank you. And are there any speakers via Zoom who wish to address the board on topics that are not on the agenda? Please raise your hand if you want to speak or not on the agenda. Thank you. Should I go with?
If you want to limit it to one, you say that now.
Um, All right, so I will, so should I? Okay, so for the blue card, please, like we will give you 1 minute because since we got a lot of blue cards on the, not on the agenda, so please, we are ready. Thanks.
All right, the first speaker is Preet Kaur, and I'm sorry, Sabri Harwal.
Thank you. Good evening, district staff and board members. Thank you for your time. Tonight, I'm here as an alumni, as an Easton parent, PTC vice president, and SSC member, shocked by the news that our principal and vice principal will not be returning next year. We have seen the relationships that they've built with students, and our school community wants the administrative team to stay. You hired these administrators in 6 months. You've decided that they are not a good fit. As a member of SSC, we regularly review academic performance, site goals, and school data. These measurable metrics are not showing a decline that would justify this level of disruption. And what is driving this decision? Since my daughter started at this school, this is the third administrative team. This level of turnover creates mistrust and instability. As board considers the superintendent's recommendations, we ask that you ask the hard questions, review the facts carefully, ensure your vote is grounded in evidence, transparency, and long-term stability for our schools. We urge you to align your decision with the commitments outlined in the strategic action plan and not politics and not pressure. Thank you.
Okay, the next speaker is Neha Sharma.
Hi, my name is Neha and I have 2 kids at Easton. I am supporting Mr. Harris staying at Easton. I want to keep the noise and politics out and focus on our kids' future, facts, and would love some answers. In our 4 years at Easton, this will be our 3rd admin change and 2nd time when both principal and assistant principal are being changed at the same time. Based on my research, not just Easton, but other schools at the district have been the revolving door for admins. What is district and board doing to retain the administrator? How does board plan to achieve goal 3 of the district strategic plan with this high turnover? Is the board and district willing to risk drop in enrollment and lose kids to private school like Mission Hills if decision to let go of current administrator is sustained? We have already seen a decline in enrollment in last few years, and if board cannot retain admins and provide stable leaders, community members will be thinking about moving their kids to private school or Fremont district. Please remember, we are the only non-Title I school that non-Title I school in the district. In 2019, district also experienced its, can I finish, please?
Yes, please.
Okay. In 2019, district experienced its first teacher strike, which deeply impacted trust between district leadership, board, staff, and families. Since then, the board has adopted a strategic plan that we all can see centered on belonging, value employees, and strong community connection. Today, with this significant site leadership change and lack of transparency, many of us are feeling uncertainty and already broken trust is being fractured. Board and parents' goal aligned with respect to powering and supporting kids, value and engaged staff, community connection. Is board going to risk its strategic plan execution and put kids' emotional safety at risk? Thank you.
Thank you, Neha.
Next is Myra Sharma.
My name is Myra. I'm a student at Easton. I think Mr. Harris should stay because he is the best principal. Here are 3 reasons he is the best principal. First, sometimes he comes to classes and reads stories, and no other principal has done that. Second, he inspired me to be on the swim team. He said he got a scholarship from track and field. Third, he knows everybody's name, and at recess, he talks to kids, which makes me feel safe and included.
Next is Salisa Wong.
Hi, I'm Salisa Wong, and I have 2 daughters at Easton, 1st grade and 3rd grader. And in elementary school, leadership is not abstract, it's relational. Children don't understand contracts, or politics. They understand who makes them feel safe. They understand who knows their names, even their pet names. They understand who shows up at assemblies, at recess, in their classrooms, and at community schools events. When children love their principal, that is not accidental. It is earned. Stability in leadership is stability in these children's world. And Mr. Harris exemplifies this, and our children really deserve that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is Sharad Sabharwal.
Good evening, school board members. I stand before you tonight not only as a concerned community member, but as someone deeply invested in the future and the well-being of Delane Easton Elementary. As you consider the superintendent's recommendation regarding the removal of our current administration, I urge you to take seriously the voices you have heard from parents, families, and staff in our community. It is no secret that trust has been lost in this process. Two of our board members, Michael and Patricio, have lost the trust of many community members. I want to highlight Patricio's recent communication. When concerns were raised, he simply copied Superintendent John Thompson's response, failing even to remove John Thompson's signature from the reply. This is not the kind of engagement or accountability that our community deserves from this elected representatives. The remaining three board members, I ask you to look beyond the surface of the recommendation, demand to see documented performance discussions, insist on transparency and real evidence before making such an impactful decision. Ask what the staff at Easton truly thinks of their current administration, not just what the union representatives say. The entire staff and support staff who work with our children every day. Further, I ask staff how well they feel represented by their union representatives. Are their voices truly being heard on this matter? Your role as school board is vital. You are the check and balance of our public school system, not an automatic rubber stamp for the superintendent's decision. It is your duty to ensure that any action taken is truly in the best interest of the children at Delane Easton Elementary. Remember, your ultimate responsibility is to the students and the community, not to the superintendent. Please do what is right for our children. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up is Rolana Messias.
Hello, board. My name is Rolana Macias, and I'm a parent to a second and fourth grader at Delane Easton Elementary School. I am here today to voice my support for Mr. Harris. As you heard from all the other parents who have voiced their concerns, I instead want to discuss more of your strategic action plans and goals and how the removal of Mr. Harris and Ms. Visha-King, how that will affect and are not in line with your goals. Excuse me, sorry, I'm a little. I find that, excuse me, the lack of stability, a lack of transparency really affect our school, and I feel it is not in line with your goals. So I ask that you will consider the decision of removal of Mr. Harris and Ms. Fisher King, and I support them.
Thank you.
Next is Isabel Macias.
My name is Isabel Macias, and I'm a second grader in Delane Easton Elementary School. And I'm here because I don't want Mr. Harris and Miss Fee to leave the school. For example, they say fun facts during assemblies about animals. Also, they come to classrooms to read us books. Lastly, Mr. Harris showed me up when I was sad. That's why I don't want them to leave.
Thank you, Isabel.
Next is James Macias.
Hello, my name is James Macias, and I am a fourth grader at Delaney Easton Elementary School. I'm here because Mr. Harris and Miss V are great administrators. They come to classes and give us good speeches. They also prepare fun assemblies about dogs or axolotls. Also, they teach in extra activities like math Olympiad. If Mr. Harris leaves, then next year I'll have a fourth principal in 2027. They are both great principals, and I think they should stay at Delaney Easton Elementary School.
Thank you, James.
Next is Athena Yao.
Oops. Hi everyone. I'm Athena Yao, and I'm here as the concerned parent of a first grader at Delaney Easton. I'm here to talk about Principal Aris. Look, he's a fun principal, okay? He wears costumes during events. He does music on Fridays. He calls kids by name. My kid's really excited to go to school and see him, especially in the mornings. If that's all it was, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have a room full of concerned parents on the school night with their kids. So let me tell you about my very first time interacting with Mr. Harris. I get an email from him. He tells me, hey, your kid's done some mischief at school. And I go, okay, well, tell me more. The details don't matter. They're not relevant. They're kind of funny, but they don't matter. But the thing is, my kid made a mess. Other adults had to step in and help her. But the important part here is the way the school responded, okay? The school she had to take responsible for actions. She had to clean up, and then she had to give back to the community during recess. The most important part here, though, the principal never made her feel like a bad kid. He knows her name. He calls her out in the mornings. I'm sorry, I'm out of time. Let me finish this. But the thing here is that when I say that he knows kids' names, he doesn't just know their name. He knows their story. He wants to inspire them. He wants to actually talk to them. He wants to be part of their story. He tells us about this. And I want to be part of that too. He makes me want to be there. He makes my kid want to be there. I don't know what's going on here. I know you will all won't answer the questions, but all I'm saying is that he gave us a second chance and it's been really good.
Thanks, Jim.
Next is Loris Manalo.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Larissa Manalo. I have a first grader at Delaney Easton Elementary School. I'd like to read out loud an email I sent out on Friday, so that's part of the official record. I learned recently that Principal Harris and Vice Principal Visha King will not serve as our administrators at Easton next year. Recently, I reviewed the 2024 through 2027 strategic district plan. I would like to share my observations and actions of Mr. Harris and Ms. Visha King as evidence that their contributions directly aligns with New Haven's mission and goals. Goal number 1. Prepared and empowered students. Ms. Fisher King manages the Math Olympia Club, STEM-related school assemblies, and other behind-the-scenes science and math-based extracurriculars. Goal number 4, school, family, and community connections. New this year, Mr. Harris sends out weekly voice calls to inform families of upcoming events, proving to be effective in helping parents plan for the week ahead. Communication has improved immensely since Mr. Harris joined Easton. Mr. Harris hosted Easton's first annual family school dance, where my whole family had the opportunity to engage and socialize with teachers, staff, and families. Ms. Fisher King and Mr. Harris are exemplary administrators and exhibit New Haven School District's core strategic goals. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Next is Nityan Krishnan.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. I'm Nitya Krishnan. I'm the secretary of the PTC. I just wanted to, first of all, thank you for everybody who responded to my email. And main important point is that some of the responses that we got, especially from Superintendent Sir, is the core values or the parameters that were used to evaluate the current admins. And based on the emails that most of us have sent you, our admin team is like an A+ team. If if these admins don't qualify or not a good fit for our district, I just wonder who would be. So with that, respectfully, I would really like for the board to reconsider your decision. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is Renee Sheehan. Sheehan.
Hello, my name is Renee Steichen. Thank you for listening to us today. As you can tell, we're a lot of very concerned parents here. I have a daughter that has been at Easton for 4 years and also oppose removing the principal and vice principal. As you can hear, they've been great role models and leaders for our students and at our school. Attending events is, could seem like a bare minimum, but they do it with such enthusiasm and openness to the community there. They're very responsive to parent concerns. And at the bare minimum, we just need more information about why they are being let go. We understand that there's privacy and confidentiality concerns, but the board should be really examining this very closely and investigating to make sure that this is done and actually justified. Thank you.
Thank you, Renee.
Next is Ashwini Suresh.
Hello, board members and superintendent. My name is Ashwini Suresh. I have a child in kindergarten, so we are first-time parents, and we have actually transferred from Kitayama to Easton for its reputation. So apart from all the personal stories you hear and you have read so far in such a short notice, you know that this is not just an administrative change for us or our kids. So I understand that the school district runs as a corporate in this era, and I'm not discounting the budgeting and the finances behind it, but every corporate has its matrices, has its KPIs. So I'm here to understand what are the matrices and KPIs on which Mr. Harris and Ms. King were measured. All right. And what led to this decision? And as far as the parents are concerned, we have seen the school grow, develop, and we have a monthly meeting with the principal. We call it Coffee with the Principal. We have done it 3 months in a row. We see how he's transforming the makerspace and school as a whole. So I humbly urge you to look into this and support us in this endeavor to retain the current administration. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashwini.
Next is Sahana M.
Hi, I'm Sahana. I have 2 kids attending the Easton, and it's been like, past 2 weeks, we are hearing a lot about like removal of the admin staff for the Easton, and the reason is they are not a great fit. This is not a reason. The reason need to be pretty clear because there are multiple students and their lives, as well as the parents and their ambitions around their kids' educations are aligned here. And we are hearing you are not a great fit. Like we have seen principal making sure all this, like, there is a clear communication, like a 1 minute voicemail every week so that we know what's happening with our kids, what's happening in the school. They are highly involved in the activities and events whenever we are there. And we see them participate in community events like a bike lane inaugurations and making sure kids are involved. They are strengthening the school community connections. They are fostering the positive attitude in our kids. So when you say it's not a great fit, we would like to know what does it mean to be a great fit, to be our principal, because this is a 3rd principal in the last 4 years, and this shouldn't be the future of the school. And this shouldn't be how our kids will be, getting into. So thank you. Please do give us additional clarification.
Next is Angelica Hurtado.
Hello, I didn't prepare anything because I didn't plan to speak. Moved by the audience. I have a 1st grader in Easton, so she came from private school and we went to Easton just simply because of its reputation. And this is her 2nd principal. She was part of the mischievous group that spoke earlier. And Principal Harris did a great job, as well as the vice principal, of kind of bringing her back into the fold of accountability for her actions and making her very safe at the school. And they pinky swore not to do it again. And while I appreciate fit after 30 years as an HR executive, retiring out of that. I can appreciate fit and things like that. I do think the level of accountability and transparency when you're dealing with such a large group of committed parents in support of the administration that's currently there is worth a second review. Principal Harris is interesting, has his own style, but the kids are very, very connected to him. My daughter feels like he listens. They know everyone by name and says good morning. So do urge you to reconsider. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is Liz Chotelis.
Hello. Thank you for allowing me to speak tonight. I have a son. He's 4.5 years old. He's a TK student at Delane Easton. And my family and I, we are transplants in the area. We come from Michigan. My husband's from Greece. We don't have any family in the area. We just moved here 5 years ago. So, feeling connected to the community is something that, is very important to us. And Principal Harris has made us really feel that way, remembering small details like how well the Michigan football team did or didn't do this past season. And it's just those small details, right, that build up over time and really build to something called school connectedness, which is a very important to help build resiliency in school and students and communities. So yes, thank you. I just wanted to share my personal experiences.
Thank you, Liz.
And next, Therese Crocker-Root.
Hi, board. Good evening. I didn't have anything planned either. My name is Sheree Crocker-Root. I am a parent at Alvarado Elementary School, PTC president, school site council member. I have some very dear Easton friends in this room this evening. I've had a couple people reach out to me, asking me kind of what's going on between family members and staff. I really would like to advocate for some sort of transparency here to the public, especially the students that have shown up so beautifully this evening. I come from a school also who has had, my 5th grader has had 4 principals. So I know what it's like to be in the middle of that transition. I know what it's like to see the staff see that transition, and I know what it's like to see the students see that transition. I admit I don't have all the facts, as it sounds like most of the folks here and the kids in this room don't either. King, I understand, is also an AP at Pioneer, so I'd wonder if she's also being let go at Pioneer at the end of this contract. And anyway, I'm here for these beautiful people. Advocate, please consider, please be clear, please be transparent with what you guys are deciding to do today. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie.
Next, Jennifer Faria.
A different topic. Oh, sorry. I'm good. I got this. Well, thank you. Good evening, board. My name is Jennifer Faria, and I began my career in New Haven over 30 years ago as a student teacher at Cyril's Elementary, and I'm currently a 1st grade teacher at Easton Elementary. Since the loss of class size reduction and without district action, grades 1st through 3rd have climbed to 29 students per classroom. This is caused combo classes at all elementary sites, which has been a cost-saving measure by the district. Currently at Easton, we have 3 combo classes, a 1-2, a 2-3, and a 4-5. This means 1 teacher delivering 2 sets of standards, 2 pacing guides, 2 curriculums, 2 assessment systems simultaneously in a self-contained classroom, where they teach reading, phonics, writing, math, science, social studies, and social emotional learning. This practice does not exist at high schools or middle schools. An 8th grade core teacher at IVC does not teach 20 8th graders and 10 7th graders. An algebra teacher at Logan does not teach algebra to half of their class and geometry to the other half of their class. But we ask elementary teachers to do this. Combo classes do not align with your district goals. Number 1, prepared and empowered students. I'm almost done if you'll give me grace. When teachers must split instructional between 2 grades, this leads to curriculum misalignment, reduced individual attention, and significant teacher overload. Combo classes do not align with District Goal 2, accessible and equitable support for students. Combo classes are not equitable for our students and are not sustainable for educators.
Our elementary students deserve the same structural protections and instructional integrity afforded to secondary students. I urge you to fix this problem by prioritizing lowering class size in grades 1, 2, and 3 during this bargaining cycle, and eliminate the widespread use of combo classes at the elementary level. And yes, NHUSD can afford it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is Lydia Edom.
Good evening, Board President Rafai, trustees of the New Haven Unified School District, superintendent, staff, and good evening to the community. My name is Lydia Edom. I'm a parent in the district, and I stand before you tonight as chair of the District African American Advisory, otherwise known as the D3A. Our vice chair and secretary came here to the November meeting to ask you to hold the superintendent and his staff accountable to the reports that have been made to us at the D3A meetings by Black students. I'm here to follow up to hold you directly accountable with a series of questions that I hope to hear answered tonight or in subsequent meetings. And if they have been already answered in other meetings, please point me to those meetings so I can watch them and reference them to the D3A. We do have a longstanding partnership with the district, the superintendent and their staff, and a good partnership. But it's the board of trustees that makes policies that directly affect the achievement and wellness of our Black students who continue to suffer from racist incidents in our schools. So who on the board is going to ask about progress on the N-word initiative and its rollout? Who on the board is going to ask the superintendent and his staff for a presentation on data collected on hate language being used in our district? I think you'd be surprised. Who on the board is going to champion for professional development and training for our teachers and staff who are on the front lines of interrupting hate language? I want to acknowledge Trustee Rafai for her attendance to our D3A meetings in the past several months, and would like to know who on the board will maintain this type of attendance so that you can hear firsthand from our parents and our students about what they're going through in our school sites. Who on the board is going to ask for trending data around Black student achievement? Who on the board is going to ask specifically about support for Black staff and teachers in this district? Who on the board is going to hold this district accountable to Black students and families in this district? I'm here to hold the Board of Trustees accountable to the New Haven Unified School District, Black families, Black staff, teachers, and the wider community. We had a presentation at the city to the Human Relations Commission, who recognized the work that D3A does in this district for our students. And I'm asking you right now to be held accountable to the Black community tonight. Thank you.
Dr. Livia?
Those are all the blue cards. Do we have any Zoom hands?
Oh.
No hands. Okay. So no hands. So wait, oh,
You have some.
okay. All right, this is for off the, not on the agenda. Okay. Yeah, we haven't moved it on the agenda. Yeah, okay. Well, let's just take them.
Okay. Please raise your hand and we will call on the speaker one at a time. So it's Shanti. Could you please, we are here to listen to you, please.
Hello, I'm sorry. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for having me. Unfortunately, I couldn't be in person tonight. I am currently in school and I've decided to step out and speak to support Principal Harris. I do have two children who go to the school currently, and we've bounced around from Fremont schools and some schools in Union City as well. And due to the N word and some hate speech being called, it was hard for us to find a home. We've considered private school just until I got to Mr. Harris School. And it was then when I found out that I was able to find a home for my children, a school home. They were able to feel comfortable. They were able to feel confident. And it was all due to Mr. Harris. He has been more than supportive. I can't say that I've gotten that from other schools. And I support him hands down. And I do ask that you please reconsider your decisions and just think about the impact that it will have on our children. As I am here standing to say that I do support him and the vice principal. Thank you.
Thank you. Aditya, could you please share? Abhiwait, could you please share?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Hey, yes. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. I'm here to advocate for transparency as well. My son is part of the Delaney Easton School, and he's in TK. Part of the process that I would like to better understand on how this decision was made is why this motion was moved, and if someone had to pick another team or pick a team 3 years in a row that has to leave, then clearly either there is ineptitude at with the team that's picking the principal and the vice principal, or with the body that's evaluating it. I think that we need to better understand how to improve this process going forward and add transparency. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhiwait. Augustine, can you please share?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Hi, my name is Agustin Garcia. I was the parent representative for the district for the English learners, or DLAC, and I'm here basically to support Mr. Harry and Mr. Pichia. I can tell you that for the 2 years that I was parent representative and I attended the meetings at DLAC, I said that if you really want to get results in the reclassification, for the English learners, you must be empowered by the principal. So you may have nice committees, great committees, but for people, for parents, if that message about improving on English learners doesn't come from the teachers, the effect will not be the same. With Mr. Harris, he was the first principal in the 7 years that I have been going to Delaney Easton with my kids. He was the first principal who sent us a message to all parents and mentioning how important it was and inviting to do a better job in trying to reclassify. So this is a type of leaders that you need in the district for the English learners if you really want to achieve better results. Also, as I was representative, I had the pleasure to work with Miss Bisha King. And yeah, she is a great contributor. She was giving follow up to every single thing that we were discussing during the meetings, and contributing with ideas. So I know by facts that she is a great asset to the Lane Easton. So those are the two type of leaders that you need again to improve reclassifications at the Lane Easton, and the type of leaders that you need across the district. That's why this proposal of removing Mr. Harris and Mr. Bishakin, in my opinion, that's a big mistake. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Not done. Okay. Are there? Oh, you want two more? Renee, are you ready? Renee?
Hello, good evening, everybody.
Thank you.
I logged in. I have a busy day. I'm I'm a father of two children who started since they were in kindergarten there. And I try to be as active as I can. I participate in Art Vista, field trips, the gardening club. And I regret not being able to be a part of PTA, but I have a lot of stuff going on. In this last year, this new year, Mr. Harris, I mean, it just amazes me how in the last 5 years there are three different principles, and some are circumstantial. However, other than small little things that don't really matter, like weekly updates, he's just being thorough. It's great. It's awesome. At first, it was a little, you had to get used to it, but he shows that he cares. He shows and he shows up. And if you're gonna give the guy a year and then decide that it's not a fit, I just don't see it fair. And we as parents deserve to know whatever the case is, political or whatever. I don't know. I'm, I'm I'm a blue collar guy. I bust my knuckles working hard for my children, and I try to be there for them. And I see him being that same kind of fiber, moral fiber, and I just want to show my support.
Thank you. Aditya, would like to share, please? Aditya, could you please unmute?
Hello, everyone. Hope you guys can hear me now.
Thank you. Yes, we can.
Hello, good evening. I have two kids, a third grader and fifth grader. I am deeply concerned about this sudden vote to remove Mr. Harris and Vice Principal from these leadership roles. In just a 7 month, we saw a meaningful, positive leadership. Communication improved significantly through weekly updates that kept us informed about school events, deadline, and other funding-related surveys. This level of outreach really built trust and partnership. Mr. Harris fostered a great positive school culture that strengthened morale of the students, staff, and parents. A healthy culture takes time to build and should not be disrupted this quickly. Uh, Given this short 7 month of time frame, this community of parents really deserves a clear answer. What performance standards were used? What measurable criteria were not met? What was documented feedback and support for this decision? What has been done to provide a continuous development, and what are the missing things in the overarching scenarios? Confidentially should not be used as a reason to avoid transparency. While certain details may not need to remain private, the community deserves at least the oversight KPIs, key performing indicators, and criteria that inform this decision. Uh, these decisions must be transparent, data driven, and clearly in the best interest of students. Our students deserve stability, thoughtful leadership, accountability from those entrusted their education. And I think Harris and Vice Principal really support these. And at the very end, concluding, I really support Mr. Harris and Vice Principal being there. And
thank you, appreciate it. Do you have any other? Thank you so much. Now, do we have blue cards on for topic on the agenda?
No, we do not.
No, all righty. And do we have any speakers on the agenda? Oh. Thank you so much. Thanks, Gina. And do we have a report from CSEA president? Thank you. And do we have a report from NHTA president? Thank you, Mr. Henderson.
Hello, school board, staff, community members. I wish I was as eloquent as those children that spoke earlier, but I don't think I will be. Good job, kids. Nice work. It's a scary time in education for all of us. This is the time when, in the last 3 months, big decisions are being made. It's about programs for next year. It's about schools. It's about employees. These are people's lives. But it is up to all of you to do what's best for this district. So I have faith in you that you will do that. And, we have an obligation as New Haven Teachers Association to do that as well. With that in mind, the New Haven Teachers Association Political Action Committee is meeting with candidates for both school board that are running for next year and also for city council and other offices. That's some of what we are working on right now behind the scenes. If you know of anybody that wants to meet with the New Haven Teachers Association Political Action Committee, please have them reach out to me and I will put them in touch with our Political Action Committee Chair, Aaron Sanders. Other big news that's happening right now is the labor situations that are going on all over the Bay Area. United Teachers of Richmond and United Educators of San Francisco have both went out this year already on strike. They did get settlements, but as we know in this district, that's not easy. It's long lasting, and those are things that we don't ever want to do again. We are going to start our own negotiation process. We did an organizing activity this morning at most of the sites, if not all of them. I visited 3 this morning and passed out some information to parents that this process is starting, and we're hoping that this process can be done in a quick manner that is fair to teachers and fair to students and the classes that we are providing here in New Haven. We don't want this to be a long, drawn-out process that takes away the attention of the important work that we are focusing on, and so we hope that is what's going to happen. We are also continuing our Proposition 55 signature gathering for our members, trying to continue the current level of funding for education, knowing that teachers are working hard to get that to be on the ballot in 2026 in the fall, along with some of the other offices I spoke about earlier. And it's important that we continue the current levels of funding that we have. And the last thing I want to give a report on is some good news, which we could all use right now. And that's that the New Haven Schools Foundation Masquerade Ball is next Saturday, and we're looking forward to seeing some of you there and also some of the community. So that'll be a good time. Thank you for your time. Have a good evening.
Thank you, Mr. Anderson. Now, Assistant Superintendent, who is Stevens, will present on LCAP. Thank you.
Good evening. Members of the board, President Rafe, Superintendent Thompson, just waiting for my presentation to come up. Thank you. So tonight I'm here to present an update of our mid-year local control and accountability plan. Annually, the board approves our LCAP plan, which also aligns to our strategic goals. So per ed code, there we go. Per ed code, the expectation is that we provide the board and the public an update before the end of February on 3 areas: current metrics as we have them per mid-year progress, the expenditures that we have accrued so far or expended at this point, and then also specifically our Learning Recovery Emergency Block Grant. It's a 1-year allocation that was awarded to us this school year, And based on a needs assessment, we have allocated the full amount of $545,000 to provide summer school credit recovery, as well as enrichment for our TK through 12th grade students. The mid-year update is framed in terms of buckets. If you see a red indicator, it means that is something we haven't yet started. This mid-year update goes through the month of November, okay? If it's yellow, it means that we're in progress. It's an initiative or a project or a program that's in progress and not yet completed. And if it's in green, it's completed. Here's a link to a much larger spreadsheet the board members and the public has. And what you'll see on here is folks, leadership team that's responsible for each of the initiatives, the description of each, the funding source, as well as the funding amount allocated for that particular initiative, and then where is our implementation level. So here's a snapshot of a couple from Goal 1 when we're looking at preparing and empowering our students, a lot to do with teaching and learning in Goal 1. Some of the initiatives in progress as aligned to our district strategic plan in Goal 1 really is centered around, you'll see a lot of the expenditures encumbered in the area of professional development for our staff, certificated, classified, as well as management. We also highlighted the use of Prop 28 funds. Prop 28 funds are to provide students additional access within the school day as well as beyond. So it could be choir after school program or an art program that we provided in the elementary school. Another one here that we highlighted is the youth cinema project that we just launched at the middle school, providing our students access to film and production, script writing, and so forth. That's coming out of the Prop 28 that's allocated per site. The second goal is around dignity and belonging. We continue to frame that in our equity and access work by making sure that our students and our staff feels valued and that their dignity is honored within our system. The third goal and initiative that we've been working on specifically through the personnel department is around staff recognition, looking at advancement, different job opportunities, and awarding staff for their dedication and excellence. The next strategic plan goal is around parent committees. We expanded beyond our particular parent groups. We created a parent collaborative this year that brings all our community groups together. In addition, our teaching and learning staff have been taking on more of a roadshow and going to all the parent committee meetings at the sites to share progress around the initiatives and ways for them to feel better included in the process. And the last but not least, our fifth goals really highlights around our facility and bond projects. If you watch our celebration of schools, one of the highlights was the audio enhancement at Hillview Crest where we launch, and all the schools will be receiving the same access around that particular resource this school year. So that's coming to all the sites. So those are just few of the highlights that's embedded in the LCAP and how we align our strategic plan with the LCAP. The metrics, this is where we share our measures. So many at this time are unknown, but as we know, the dashboard, California dashboard data came out late December. So we were able to provide some data that was embedded as a metric in our LCAP. So same visuals. If it's red, it's unknown at this point. Yellow is in progress, and green we've included. So you can see here, again in Goal 1, the link shares all the metric that's embedded in the district approved LCAP back in June. And we have shared in green, as you can see, these two sections, we received the dashboard data and we were able to provide updates at this time. Okay. And that pretty much concludes my mid-year update specific to the LCAP. Are there any questions for me?
Thank you. Trustee Kumar.
Thank you, President Rafe. Thanks, great presentation. I have a couple of quick questions for you.
Sure.
One is, the foundational literacy tutoring for K through second that was mentioned. Is that across all 7 elementary school sites?
Yes, it is.
Okay, perfect. And then the second question I had was the parent groups that we have, that was a new initiative this year. Do we have the process laid out somewhere? Because I know I've have a parent reaching out because they want to start a group, but they can't find information on how to proceed. So is there a process? And if there is, where is that laid out?
Parent involvement in one of the committees, or they want to start a committee?
Starting a
Oh, okay. They could actually reach out directly to me around a committee.
Thank you.
Sure.
Yes, Trustee Irby.
Thank you, Ms. Stevens. I just had a question about the graduation rate. It's at 92%. Of the 8% that are not graduating, are they, do we disaggregate, are they fifth-year graduates, or do they just completely drop out of the system?
Some are fifth-year graduates, and some we've been able to find alternative graduation routes. But what we do is we do a credit monitoring on all students starting in 9th grade and above to make sure they're on track and meeting their either their A to G or their minimum graduation requirement credits. So there's constant meetings with counselors and parents and so forth, and notifications around their progress. Yeah.
And so when we say 8%, generally we have, I think last year we had 888 students on the stage going through the stage of graduation. How many students is 8% of our senior class?
Think.
Yeah.
They
70, 80?
Yeah, it's less than 70.
Yeah, thank you.
Forced me to do some math here. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Stevens.
All right, thank you, Board.
NHTA Sunshine Proposal, New Haven Teacher Association initial proposal.
Yeah, this is an information item, so there's no public comment. Sorry, guys, on this. That's what was supposed to be during public comment. So this is just an information item for the public's awareness. And you heard President Henderson talk about the bargaining's beginning, and the topics of bargaining are within this proposal that's attached.
Thank you. And board policy revisions.
Right, so here you have the first reading of a bunch of policies that are being updated. So any board members, if you have any questions at all between now and or as soon as possible, let us know. These will come to the March board meeting as an action item.
Thank you, Superintendent. And Learning Communities for School Success Program, end of project report.
Right, this is a grant that we received, and so this is the end of project report as the grant ends, just for public information.
Thank you. Now our items from the board and superintendents. I'll ask student trustee Gonzalez to start.
Hello. Hi. Usually I'm a little bit more put together, but I'm feeling a little bit scattered brained. First of all, I just want to say thank you to everyone who showed up today to either be an advocate for your admin team or for yourself. And I also just want to say a really big thank you to all the young kids who came today. It takes a lot of confidence to kind of speak up in front of a room full of adults. So I just want to say major snaps for you. As far as personal items from me, I appreciated the opportunity to be able to be at the Celebrating Schools event. I think that was about 2 weeks ago now. It was a lot of fun being able to hear from all the different schools, and I look forward to the upcoming one in March to hear more from, IBC and James Logan, my personal school itself. A really big update that I wanted to give that I spoke on, I think a couple meetings ago, was the switch from an appointed board rep to a publicly elected board rep. So currently I got my position by being appointed from our past executive cabinet from our associated student body. But now it's going to be changed so that my position will be publicly elected from 9th graders to 12th graders at James Logan. So currently we are kind of working on that, not only with my personal leadership teacher, Faith Pierre, but also with our admin who oversees the leadership department, Anthony Pava. So we are looking forward to that. With that, we are going to be removing the ASB board rep role and now changing it to ASB outreach. And this new role will be so that they can, really connect with, the upcoming board rep who will not be appointed and will not be associated with leadership. And we look forward to kind of building the bridge between those two things right there, and kind of having the opportunity for Logan students to feel more represented within not only their board rep, but also their leadership team. We look forward to having new things within the position. One of my personal favorite things that we're going to be adding to the position are town hall meetings that they'll be holding. So honestly, kind of like this, where students will have the opportunity to come and speak up and advocate for themselves and personal concerns that they have. And then just some other updates. We recently just had our Stanford blood drive. That always goes really well. And, unfortunately I didn't because I'm deathly afraid of needles, but, maybe another year, perhaps, when I graduate. NCS is coming up, so hopefully I can see some familiar faces from the board and also from our school community. It'll be held at James Logan High School, and I always look forward to that. We also had an ICE protest, which I was very, very proud to not only be a part of, but oversee. I think it's so important, especially at this current time in our lives, that students feel that their voice has power behind it. And I think that because we are so young, it at times can feel like we don't have that power. But I think so many of us are so appreciative that James Logan and our personal principal ourselves gave us the opportunity to have that and hold space for that during 4th and 5th period. And just one last thing, I wanted to give a shout out to 3 people in the crowd tonight, Connor Shaw, Jackie Pena, and Sylvia Marquez, who are from my leadership class. Thank you for coming out tonight. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Student Gonzalez. Trustee Kumar.
Thank you, President Rafe. I have a few updates. Firstly, I had the honor of judging a few events at the MLK Speech and Debate Tournament recently, and this was at Logan, and we had students from all over the nation. I just wanted to give a huge shout out to all the volunteers who really helped put this event together and make it a big success. It is amazing what they do. Secondly, I had the opportunity to be a student and learn how to square dance. I was taught by a few first graders at Easton. They put me through a test and I passed, so I'm happy to report. They were tough. No, it was a lot of fun. I just wanted to thank the teachers, Coach C and Coach Northcote, for inviting me. It was such a fun experience. What's next? I hosted my monthly chat with your trustee. Vaping at Logan just seems to continue to be a big concern by parents for the last 4 years. Every time I host these, there's always parents who come up and talk about this. As a parent, I feel it too. I've been talking to the superintendent about this, and I'm hoping we can come up with, and we have tried to make changes. I know the superintendent has come up with some ideas. We're hoping we can do something though, because this is not a problem that should be tolerated. We need to find a solution. For the first time during my chat with your trustee, for the first time in the last 4 years, I had middle schoolers show up. How cool is that? Middle schoolers showed up and they have a request for tech. They want you to not block the games on Chromebook. I promised them I would relay it. So yay for youth advocacy, but that was cool. Last but not the least, I really want to thank the community members for reaching out to us over the past week, for showing up here, for speaking on Zoom, for calling, for emailing, for everything, because the lines of communication need to be open. Please feel free to continue to reach out to us. We want to hear from you. Thanks.
Thank you, Kumar. And Trustee Gonzalez, please.
First off, thank you everybody who came out tonight, this cold and rainy night. You could have been anywhere, but you're here with us, so I appreciate that. Your passion, your voices are important. You know, that's where I started off. You know, I can see a future in it for you. Absolutely do not take anything personal. I appreciate and definitely will consider your thoughts and comments there. So thank you. Nothing significant to share out tonight, but I've been Logan basketball crazy. My nephew, I've been attending their games. Shout out to the varsity and JV and freshman basketball team. Did a really great job, and I'll cut it short because we do have business to take care of.
Thank you, Thanks, Trustee Gonzalez. Trustee Irby, please.
Thank you. I thank you, Student Trustee Gonzalez. It is NCS night. Logan, both girls and boys are being represented in championship soccer tonight. And that they had a higher seating than Newark High School. So just for your information. 1, 2, I thank you, Ivan Santos, for inviting me to visit his ethnic studies classroom. Students there are doing research around a sanctuary movement. And so I think they'll be very pleased to hear that we're updating Board Policy 1445, the response to immigrant enforcement in our district. I think it'll be very important for our students and our staff members to ultimately hear and see what we're doing as a district to resist. And lastly, no, it'll go under 11, my committee reports.
Thank you, Trustee Irby. Trustee Freeberg.
Actually, can you skip me and come back after John goes?
Okay.
Thank you.
Then, okay. All right, now, then I'll share mine. Thank you. So first of all, thank you, Eastern parents and teachers for coming today and your emails and inviting us to listen. And I have been relaying your messages to Superintendent Thompson, and I plan to attend tomorrow's meeting as was requested by Ms. Neha, Ms. Preet, and Ms. Emily. Secondly, I'd like to give a shout out to Ms. Zetha Nobles, Ms. Fatma Shufta, and Ms. Lauren Miseli for putting together a 4-session workshop on culturally responsive curriculum instruction. And I missed the first one, but attended the second one, which was on build shared understanding of identity and biases in curriculum. And it was very engaging, and I plan to catch the next one on March 24th, and which will be on representation and voice and critically in curriculum. And like Trustee Kumar mentioned, I too had the opportunity to learn square dancing from kinders at Easton. And honestly, they are the best teachers and I'm the worst student. So that's all I have to say. Superintendent Thompson.
All right, we have a few things going on. We're beginning our next enrollment campaign. And one of the things that I think gets overlooked in our district is that we offer full day TK in kindergarten, which is not typical, especially with the implementation of TK. A lot of school districts don't have the space to expand and offer full day TK. So that's something that just good for all of us to know. And when people are asking about our programs, Logan, it's hard to believe we're at the end of the winter season, but every one of our teams this year for winter sports are in NCS. So it's pretty amazing. They continue to excel. We have our ball this weekend coming up for the Schools Foundation, so please attend. I think they're probably closed, but if you don't have a ticket, you're missing out. And then for our Easton parents, thank you for coming out. It's really difficult to communicate effectively and as thoroughly as we can when these things come up. But tomorrow night, I'm sure you know, I'll be at Easton at 5:30 hosting a parent meeting, and I'll answer any question I can legally answer. So I'll be there tomorrow night. And that's it for me.
Thanks, Superintendent Thompson. And, oh, sorry, Trustee Freeburg.
Sure. Whew, February is really taking off. I had the privilege of attending the Our Lady of the Rosary Crab Feed. It was a fun event with many local community leaders and a great way to connect with the community we represent. Also, in the last few weeks, I have been talking to many community members and families. I want to speak directly to the families of Easton. I've heard you. I have read all of the detailed letters you sent, met with some of you, and I have listened to all the staff members who've reached out. As a board, we have to decide if we are here to represent the actual needs of our students. We are ignoring a decade of failed turnover at this site if we do not prioritize the stability these children have finally found. It is also deeply disheartening to hear from many staff members who are afraid to publicly speak out for fear of retaliation. It's also concerning to me that words like integrity and honesty are being thrown around when I'm not seeing much evidence of that from where I sit. It is my sincere hope that we can move past managed narratives and return to a place of transparency. We owe it to this community to be the governing body they deserve, one that puts our students above all else. That's it.
Thank you, Trustee Freeburg. Now, I would like someone to read Women's History Month resolution. Oh, where is that? Okay. 11. Committee reports. Yes, number 11. Thanks.
From the Mission Valley SELPA, we have a next scheduled meeting on 3/10 in March 10th. We have the Special Olympics basketball being held at Newark Memorial on this coming Friday, 2/20. It's a wonderful event. James Logan High School will be hosting track and field in May. And then effective in July, AB 560, Supporting Special Education Act, is going into effect, and I think it'll have an impact on what we do and how we support special education. It's something that I think that we'll be looking into. Number 2, from MVROP, we approved the purchase of electric vehicle training equipment for our automotive class program at James Logan High School. It was a significant amount of money. I think it was like $36K that we spent for our automotive program, which is part of the ROP shared program in the Mission Valley ROP. Let's see, and then that's it. Oh, one more thing. Let's see. March 30th, there'll be a district and city joint meeting, representation meeting for the district and the city will be meeting at City Hall. Okay, that's it.
Thank you, Trustee Irby. Trustee Freeburg.
Sure. We had our New Haven Schools Foundation meeting on Monday, February 9th. I'm going to remind everybody that the Diamonds in Education Gala is coming up this Saturday, February 21st. Unfortunately, I am not able to attend And I'm truly disappointed to miss seeing John Shockley receive the Guy Emanuel Service Award. John has been such a pillar to this foundation. While I can't be there in person to celebrate him and LTD Global, I am thrilled that they are both being recognized for their incredible contributions to our students. And then we also have the Not a Genuine Black Man performance coming up on March 22nd. And then Save the Date, Fun Run, and New Haven Day, May 2nd. And then grant presentations, May 12th. And then Pathways to Success Scholarship Awards, May 13th.
Thank you, Trustee Feber. Trustee Kumar?
Yes, I have a report out from AXPA, which is the Alameda County School Board Association. The topic for this month or this meeting was budget planning and fiscal sustainability. But before that, they gave us a general update. There's been a statewide policy update in AB 1230, which is expulsion practice, which hasn't been updated in 20 years. So they are in conversation currently with CSBA to get some guidance on how to reword our board policies, but it's not yet happened. I do have details about the changes if anyone wants more information. And in regards to budget planning and fiscal sustainability, Alameda County has 18 school districts. Out of the 18, 17 districts are tapping into their reserves. Are you wondering which one is not? It's the Mountain House Elementary School District. Their enrollment is between 18 to 20, so it's a smaller school district. But 17 out of 18 are tapping into reserves. And as we are aware, the second thing was, as we are aware, the unfunded mandate, right, for SPED and for IDEA is really pinching on our general fund. I have been advocating at DC along with many colleagues from California for this for the past 2 years. We'll see where it goes, but those are the updates from AXPA.
Thank you, Trustee Kumar. And Superintendent, you have anything? Okay, thanks. Okay, item number 12A, do we have, would someone read the Women's History Month resolution?
Sure. New Haven Unified School District Resolution Number 048-2526, Women's History Month, March 2026. Whereas National Women's History Month provides an opportunity to recognize and deepen understanding of the vital contributions women have made throughout history. And whereas in 1981, Congress established Women's History Week as a national observance, and in 1987 expanded the celebration to the entire month of March following advocacy from the National Women's History Project. And whereas women of every race, class, and ethnic background have strengthened our nation through leadership, service, innovation, scholarship, and civic engagement, often in ways that were unrecognized or undervalued. And whereas women continue to shape our communities, economy, culture, and public institutions in profound and lasting ways. Whereas women, including transgender women and members of the LGBTQ community, have contributed meaningfully to movements advancing civil rights, equity, and justice in our democracy. And whereas women have led and participated in transformative social movements, including the suffragette movement, the abolitionist movement, the labor movement, and the modern civil rights movement, advancing opportunity and equality for all. And whereas the history, social science framework for California public schools affirms that the study of history must reflect the experiences and perspectives of people of diverse racial, religious, cultural, and gender backgrounds and be integrated at every grade level. Therefore, be it resolved that the governing board of the New Haven Unified School District proudly supports the goals and ideas of National Women's History Month, and be it further resolved that the district reaffirms its commitment to honoring the contributions of women, promoting inclusive curriculum, and fostering learning environments where every student sees themselves reflected in history, and empowered to shape the future. Passed and adopted by the Governing Board of Education of the New Haven Unified School District, County of Alameda, the 17th day of Friday of February 2026 by the following vote.
May I have a motion and second to adopt Resolution 048-2526, Women's History Month, March 2026?
So moved?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes. May I have a motion and second to approve annual financial report, June 30, 2025?
So moved.
Second.
All, discussion? All in favor? Say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes. Thank you. May I have a motion and second to approve annual measure M Financial and Performance Audit Report, June 30, 2025?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes. May I have a motion and second to approve annual measure N Financial and Performance Audit Report, June 30, 2025?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes. May I have a motion and second to adopt resolution number 042-2526, Naval Sports LLC, to purchase scoreboards for Itliong Veracruz Middle School?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes. I have a motion and second to adopt resolution number 044-2526. Main Sports Surfaces, Inc. for the synthetic running track at James Logan High School.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes. May I have a motion and second to adopt resolution number 046-2526, approve purchase of synthetic turf athletic field system from Valley Precision Grading, Inc. through CMAS at Cesar Chavez Middle School.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes. May I have a motion and second to approve proposal with Canistab and Associates for construction management support services for the Measure N bond program?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes. May I have a motion and second to approve contract with SVA Architects and for architectural and engineering services at Alvarado Elementary School?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? All motion passes. May I have a motion and second to approve new course at James Logan High School beginning fall 2026, Cisco CCNA, Introduction to Networks?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes. May I have motion and second to approve memorandum of understanding with Bobino Counseling Assessment?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes. May I have a motion and second to approve memorandum of understanding with Campus Care 2025-26?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes. May I have a motion and second to approve memorandum of understanding with Together Home Care 2025-26?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes. I have a motion and second to vote for following individuals with CSBA Delegate Assembly election for 2026.
So moved.
Second.
We have to pick
Don't
one?
we have to vote?
Yeah, we have to vote on one.
On 1 or 3?
Up to four.
So there's 3.
So we sit all three, and then do we have a name to put? For the,
Well, all three of these,
okay,
right?
Right.
We can vote to up to 4 and there's 3 candidates, so.
right,
Mm-hmm.
I
All right.
mean, I want to vote for all 3.
okay.
Do you want to write in?
You write in myself?
Well, we could vote for you.
No, please, God, no.
How about Pat?
I considered it, but I withdrew my name.
Okay. Anyone else? Michael? Shruti?
I have babies.
Okay. Shruti?
Not this time.
Okay. So, may I have motion and second to vote for the following individual for CSB Delegate Assembly, election for 2026? Casting a ballot for California, name, Charles, Charlie Jones, Kayla Single, and Christiane Vander, Livermore Valley. Do I have a motion and second?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Aye.
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 Aye. Thank you. Motion passes. Consent items. Are there any items on which trustees have questions or need clarification or would like pulled for special vote? Seeing none, may I have a motion and second to approve consent agenda item 13A through 13AB?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Aye.
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 Aye. Thank you. Discussions and, wait. May I have a motion and second to approve? This is not it, right? There's nothing
Yeah.
there. And this one? Our next agenda item is assessment of governance procedure and protocol. Does anyone have any comments or questions? Seeing none. Board member consensus? Seeing none. So meeting adjourned at 8:28. Thank you. And we are going back in closed session. Thanks.